Austin, Texas country is Coke FM. Eric Rains, live from Music Fest 2023, and live on Coke FM and on KOKETV.com. Look, got
What
a card.
you got there?
I got a card to remind
I
me where
mean,
I'm at, and it says
there's a
things.
lot of them. Are you gonna
It literally
lose
says
them?
your name on it on the back, just in case I draw a blank. We're on the mountain,
That's really good.
and it's day one, and Jamie Lin Wilson is in here. Thanks, first of all, for coming up.
Man, I wanted to get this over with early.
And that's
It's like, what slots do you have? What is the first one available?
it's the smart play. I tell everybody, go day one. Tomorrow's when everybody ends up canceling because
Right.
they forget how hard the mountain can be on you.
Right.
How many years has the mountain been hard on you now up here?
15.
15, oh wow.
Yeah.
And
I just figured that out. Somebody asked me at the airport, and I was like counting on my fingers. It was 1 year I skipped. So then I was like, 15. Wow.
did you come up here by yourself or family?
I did.
Is it
Yeah.
easier, clearly?
It is.
You don't have to
Yeah.
entertain, and when you get through with the show, you feel like you have to go
Yeah.
hang out and entertain.
Yeah, it's easier, but this year was the first year in a while that I was wishing that they were coming, because their kids are older now, and that just be so fun. to
Right.
Just go play in the snow but then
not
I
too
get
late.
here and I go, oh wait, I work the whole time.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't actually be as fun as they
Well,
think
I,
it would.
I haven't officially said it yet. Happy Steamboat. I think that's what we're supposed
Happy
to.
Steamboat.
Have someone said that to you yet?
Yeah, we were saying that. We were passing that around last night.
Have you done was it the whip around yet?
The wraparound.
The wraparound. All right, here we go.
Wraparound.
Oh.
You have
Matt
to drink
Hillier?
afterwards.
What?
You have to take a drink.
I was going to try to play that off. Thanks for putting that in there. 2022,
wraparound.
very busy for you. I've seen you up and down the road a bunch. You and Courtney finally started doing some of those videos again that we
Yeah.
all love. And then you kind of end and begin the brand new year. You cut a song with Sunny.
I did. We just went and cut a song together.
Did y'all just out of the blue? You know what? We should cut a song.
Well, a few years ago, Sunny and I toured Europe, and during that time, we were kind of talking about like, man, we should just make a song. Like that's fun. I like to collaborate. She likes to collaborate, and then a few months ago, I have a show in San Antonio that I call Story Time, where I get a guest, and then we just answer audience questions and talk
Right.
and sing songs and goof off. And she came and was my guest, and I sound checked with Red Dirt Girl with this song. I don't know that I was supposed to say what the name
Red
of the
Dead
song
Girl.
was. But I sound checked with this song, and she was like, I play that song too. And I was like, well, I've been playing this song for 20 years.
Yeah, I own it.
We both know it.
Sure.
Like, wow, we should record a duet of that. And so we did. We just, it's nice to do things with Sunny and people like her, because unlike me, she actually acts on ideas.
Right.
Like I'm like, that would be really fun.
But you don't put
And
it.
then I never do it, because time just slips away, and then oh,
Time,
we were gonna do
ambition,
that.
and
Yeah.
everything in the
I mean,
world.
I've got ambition. I've got
Right.
all the ideas. I just also have 4 kids.
Yeah.
And and then I just go, oh God, that was a hard day, and then I'm cover my head and decide to not think anymore.
So when is the song we're not supposed to know about coming out? Do you know?
I think March is the plan.
Okay.
So yeah, and until then, like I think that this next year, like I'm just gonna release songs every 6 weeks or so, and then
Instead of album, it's
Yeah.
the new hustle.
yeah,
A lot easier than trying to put together a project. And
right. Well, I mean, I think that the whole thing, in my mind, the whole thing's going back to how it was, in the '60s, where they'd put out a side and a B side, and then
It's kind of the way it was.
and
You're
then
right.
whatever song hits, like if the song didn't work, all right, well, which if it has traction, then okay, well, let's make a record then. Let's put it on something to print. And then they would that's where the singles, EPs, and LPs came from. It starts with a single.
Right.
So I think that now that everything's streaming, that's just how it's going back. Like, which I'm for. Like,
Yeah, spending all your money and putting it all into one basket and hoping that does well.
well, and nobody has the attention span for a record anymore, unless it's like I don't see myself making a record until I have like a concept, until these songs belong together.
Right.
And you need to listen to them in order, please.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, the game
but-
has changed in the last 3 to 5 years.
But
big time.
but until then, you really we're just gonna release songs, and then maybe in 6 months we'll print, the EP.
Put them all together. Here's my album.
Here's, and you name it something like Volume 1.
My kid drew this. My kid drew this, and it's the front cover.
Yeah, I mean that's how all of those records happened back in those days, where it was like Tom T. Hall's Country Songs Volume 1.
Right.
Like it wasn't like the name of some glorious record. It was a compilation of the things that had been released.
It's crazy. It's crazy to think last time that we hung out was at KOKEFEST.
Yeah, and it rained.
And it rained while we were
talking, and I was like, oh.
I know. It hadn't rained in forever, and then it rained, and we stopped our interview and went outside.
And
stuck our hands up in the air.
It was so nice.
For Music Fest, for me, a lot of the times you've been a part of. There's a lot of things that are organized here, but there are a lot of some organic shows, be it the Judds, be it the Dixie Chicks tribute, and then we get off the mountain, everybody goes, that was the best part.
Yeah.
And you've been a part of a lot of these. What is this year's? Do y'all have planned, or is there something like that planned this year on the mountain?
Well, today we're going to attempt to recreate a hotel room jam in the Grand this afternoon.
So I walked in the Grand yesterday, and I saw risers in the middle of what would call, where people would stand.
Right.
So y'all are going to put couches
we're going to try to make a hotel room inside of the Grand ballroom, like in the middle of the room.
As if it were up here.
As if we were up here. Yeah.
Right.
And then
will it be as sober as those 3 o'clock in the morning parties?
Kyle and I were just talking about that. Everybody's meeting in the cabin right now to have Bloody Marys.
Oh, so I'm
I
wasting your time.
No, well, I had one here, so.
Speaking of, will you play us a song?
Yeah, I will. I'll play one of those new ones that I might have to take this glove off.
Jamie Lin Wilson live right here with Coke TV.
See if I can.
Jamie, it's 12:45.
I haven't sung yet. Let's see. Some people can't see straight in the light, so they save their decisions for the dark and the night. Some people need a couple drinks to help them think. Listen to their heart till you leave them all alone. They don't know what they want. Some people have to feel a little pain to feel anything. And it's always after midnight life, all it takes, all it gives. Staring at the clock up on the wall, wondering if you'll call, wondering if you'll call. And it's always after midnight, and it's always when you're stoned, and it's always when it looks like you're gonna spend the night alone. And it always makes you sorry, yeah, but that don't mean it's wrong. It's always after midnight. By the morning it's all gone. Yeah, it's always after midnight.
Very good. She is
Thank
Jamie
you,
Lin Wilson,
Thank you.
live from Steamboat Springs, Colorado.